How's it going? My name is Martin, also known as MStatic, and today we're here to talk about the Powerloop with my QQ190 Falcon. A Powerloop is essentially a backflip oriented around the circumference of a circle. So instead of just flipping it stationary like this, backwards, you're actually going to be leaving the throttle on and creating a giant loop with the quad. And in order to do a power loop, you're going to want to be heading in a straight line. I would start out in an open field. And you're going to pull back on pitch and also increase throttle at the same time to bring yourself into the sky. And you're going to increase throttle depending on how high you want to go, all the way up until you're about 55 to 60% to get yourself the rearward trajectory for the top of the loop. And once you get to this point, you kill throttle and then increase pitch at the same rate down so that eventually your quad starts to point down and you can spot your landing or the gap you're trying to fly through. Alrighty, so pull back, hold throttle, let go of throttle and hold pitch, and spot the ground. So for this part of the power loop tutorial, we're going to do a little analysis where you can see my stick inputs while I'm flying and get a gauge for everything I'm doing with my thumbs while this trick is happening. So we're going to start out flying straight here and then slowly pull back on pitch and increase throttle and then kill the throttle right at the apex of the flip there. Bring it back around and spot the landing. One more time here. You notice I kill the throttle just past the halfway point. Bring it back around. Pitch stays almost the same throughout this entire thing. I only make small little adjustments so I can see the landing a bit better and deal with wind if there is any. And for this part of the tutorial, we're going to fly through a gap here so you can see a power loop through something and over something. Go through the gap, pull back, kill throttle at halfway, and then spot the gap and fly back through. Again, even though we're going over a tree, pitch is staying relatively the same this whole time, just tiny little adjustments. And that's my black box analysis of how you do a power loop. So for this tutorial, I'm running the QQ190 Falcon with T-Motor F40 version 1s, 2300 kVs, Little B 30 amp ESCs running BL Hell ES, SPRacing Acro flight controller on Betaflight 3.0, and a TBS Unify HV Pro and a TBS Zero Zero FPV cam with a 2.1 lens. Alright, so that's how you do a power loop with a QQ190, and one thing to keep in mind when you're doing this and practicing is the more altitude you have, it's a bigger safety net, and you should start there and then you can bring it in closer to get the proximity you're looking for in your freestyle runs. From QuadQuestions.com, this is MStatic. Straight line, hit your throttle and hold on. Yo, Chad.
What are you doing, dude?
Chad.